My stepmom told me to act like a lady, so I told her to start acting like a wife instead of a homewrecker. I was 14 when my dad married Jennifer. She moved into our house like she owned the place, rearranging my mom's furniture, redecorating my dead mother's bedroom, and acting like she'd been part of our family forever. My mom passed when I was 11 from cancer, and dad met Jennifer barely a year later at some work conference. At first, I tried to give her a chance. I really did. I thought maybe dad deserved to be happy again, but Jennifer wasn't interested in being a stepmom. She was interested in erasing every trace of my mother from our home. She started small, moving photo frames to the basement, donating my mom's clothes without asking, painting over the wall where my mom had marked my height every birthday. When I protested, dad would say, "Jennifer's just trying to make this house feel like home for all of us." But it wasn't home anymore. It was Jennifer's showcase. She loved playing the perfect wife at family dinners, laughing too loud at my dad's jokes and touching his arm constantly. My grandparents tolerated her. My uncle couldn't stand her. And my Aunt Karen, she saw right through Jennifer from day one. One afternoon, Aunt Karen pulled me aside and showed me something on her phone. Text messages, dozens of them between Jennifer and my dad, time-stamped from 2 years ago, when my mom was still alive. Still fighting, still in hospice. "I'm so tired of pretending," one message read. "I can't wait until we can finally be together." My dad had responded, "Soon, I promise, just a little longer." My mom died 3 weeks after that message. I felt sick. Aunt Karen hugged me and said, "I wanted you to know the truth. You deserve better than her lies." I kept those screenshots. I didn't know when I'd need them, but I knew I would. Jennifer got bolder over time. She started criticizing everything I did. How I dressed, how I talked, how I spent my time. She'd make passive-aggressive comments at dinner about my grades, my friends, my attitude problem. Dad never defended me. He'd just sit there staring at his plate while Jennifer tore me apart. Then came the night that changed everything. I'd been at a friend's house studying for finals. It was hot outside, so I came downstairs in shorts and a tank top to grab some water from the kitchen. Normal clothes, comfortable clothes, the kind of thing any teenager wears at home. Jennifer was sitting on the couch with a glass of wine, scrolling through her phone. She looked me up and down with this disgusted expression and said, "You need to act like a lady in this house. Your mother would be ashamed of how you present yourself." Something inside me snapped. I'd spent 3 years biting my tongue. 3 years watching this woman erase my mother's memory, manipulate my father, and treat me like I was some kind of burden. And now she had the audacity to invoke my mom's name. I walked over to where she was sitting, looked her dead in the eyes and said, "I'll act like a lady when you start acting like a wife instead of a homewrecker." The room went completely silent. My dad, who'd been in the kitchen, froze mid-step. Jennifer's face went from smug to shocked in half a second. Her mouth hung open like a fish gasping for air. "Excuse me?" she finally managed to say. "You heard me?" I said, my voice steady. "I know about the texts. I know you were sleeping with my dad while my mom was dying in hospice. So don't you dare lecture me about acting like a lady." Dad's wine glass slipped from his hand and shattered on the floor. "What are you talking about?" Jennifer stood up, her face turning red. "She's lying. She's just a bitter little girl who can't accept that I'm part of this family now." "Am I lying?" I pulled out my phone, scrolling to the screenshots Aunt Karen had sent me. "Should I show Dad the messages from 2 years ago? The ones where you talked about how tired you were of waiting? Or should we discuss the hotel receipts from 6 months before Mom died?" Jennifer's face went pale. "You have no right to go through my private—" "They're not private when you destroyed my family," I cut her off. "When you convinced my dad to betray my mom while she was dying." Dad walked over and held out his hand. "Give me your phone." I handed it to him. He scrolled through the screenshots, his face going from confused to horrified to absolutely devastated. His hands were shaking. "Pack a bag," he said quietly to Jennifer. "Get out of my house." "Baby, please, let me explain." "Now!" he roared. I'd never heard my dad yell like that before. Jennifer tried to argue. She tried to cry. She even tried to blame me, saying I'd manipulated the evidence somehow. But Dad wasn't listening anymore. He stood there, stone-faced, while she packed a suitcase and left.